This is a step-by-step on how to make a TikTok on Final Cut Pro X. This is what the final video looks like.
Nah. Hey, right here. It worked. My mask.
To start, you want to hit File, New, Event, TikTok Tutorial, File, New Project. For video, you want to switch it to Custom. For the resolution, you just want to switch these two numbers. So 1080 over here, 1920 over here. I filmed this video with my iPhone and it was at 30 frames per second. Everything else is fine. All right, now we have the new project. I already went and grabbed all my footage and put it in this folder. To do that, just hit File, New Folder. You can type whatever you want, and then you just drag your clips over into there. You can then just drag it over here, and then all your clips will pop up. So you want to drag your first clip into the timeline, and for this one, I'm doing a Spider-Man effect. So you just find where you want to cut it. You can use the arrows on the keyboard to go frame by frame. Hit Command B to blade right here, and then hit delete. So right here is where I'll have the web effect, so I can cut right here. So now you just want to find the next clip that you want. Another thing you can do too is just highlight all your clips, drag them all down, and then you're able to just cut through it all at once. But I already knew which clips I want. So now you just need to match the frame. Now I'm going to find a good spot to cut. And now the final clip. Alright, and that's the full thing. To make this effect work, I'll just go over a couple frames, go over to transform, and hit keyframe on all of these. And now I'll go back 3, just zoom in a little bit, and give it a little bit of rotation. And now the biggest selling point for this effect is going to be adding motion blur. So I'll have it go kind of crazy right here. Keyframe the amount. You can just go over to where it's like this and then bring it all the way down to 0 and then come over here, and once you toss it, add the same effect. Actually, so I think it's going to look better to have it just go 2 frames. Click on all of these keyframes again, go back over 2 frames, scale it in and rotate it just a little bit. Web effect we want to have right as I'm shooting the web. For this one, I actually got this effect by Andreas Him. This video idea was from Andreas Him, and he actually made a free web pack for everybody to use. I'll leave a link in the description below to his video where you can download the same web effects for free. So he has camera hit regular and then vertical. So we'll use the one with the blur. Come over here to screen, keyframe, frame by frame, the web following your hand. It doesn't have to be perfect since it'll be moving so fast. Right here, I'll put these two together, hit Option G to group it. So now everything you do to this, it will affect both. As you can see, whereas before, if I were to just move this by itself, it wouldn't affect the web. And I hit Command Z to undo what I just did. Hit keyframe, move over a couple frames, and now you can just zoom in and try to match where your next frame is. Alright, so I'll cut right here, so now this matches better. So now you play it back. So go back to your blur, directional, and you're going to want to move this. And you can actually just kind of start it lower and have it move a little bit faster the more it goes. So now right here, we're going to want to add another web effect. So I found these web effects from Footage Crate. I have a paid account. I highly recommend them. So you just go up here, type Spider-Man, and you'll see they have all these different effects that you can use. So the one that I use is Footage Crate Spider 4K Webbing Lens Impact 1. So what I did was I scaled this way up, went over to color, exposure, and I just brought them all up so it makes it brighter. And then the other one I used was from the free pack. And so if you come over here to assets, you'll see there's a smoke puff and there's a web wall. Just go over to normal, turn it to screen, turn it up the scale, turn down the opacity, hit keyframe, go over a few frames, and turn up the opacity. So now just stretch out this, and then as you can see, this clip right here ends. And so all you got to do is go right to the edge of it, go up to edit to add freeze frame, and now it will just freeze it where it's at. Click on the full group thing, come up here to clip and hit break apart items, and now you can move them separately again. So now right here, I just did the final web effect. I got this from Footage Crate. It's a clip of the web coming towards the camera. Keyframe, go frame by frame, and it doesn't matter that it cuts off the screen, since what I ended up doing was right as the web hit right here, down to generators, I just took a solid color, turned the color white to match the web. So I turned the opacity down, and right here, once the web goes off a frame, you just draw a circle around it, go over a couple frames, keyframes for here go off or go out of the whole screen, turn up the opacity. Sometimes this thing acts weird where it doesn't appear in the actual frame of your mask. So if you change the field of view, it will match it better. So you just leave that down a little bit and then just turn the feather up all the way. Now your screen gets covered. Hit Command C to copy here, Command V to paste. You can then just reset this, click on opacity, go over a few frames, turn down the opacity. Now as you can see, if you grab this section right here and you paste it at the end of your TikTok, you can see if it matches. So now it is time to do a quick edit of the audio. So just highlight all of it, hit detach audio. So the reason why this happens is because if you blade right here without moving it at all, the audio will have this little thing right here. So if you just click on the edge of it and you hit delete, it will bring it back to normal, and then you can just drag this down. It will make it so you can easily edit it again. I normally go and fade in and out every single audio part just to make sure that it doesn't make any clip sounds and that everything is smooth. And so when you have just a deep hum noise in the background, you can just delete it, cut it out if you want. So you can come up here to your volume and click on voice isolation, and
it worked. My mask.
And as you can see, it will cut out a lot of the background sound. To get the spiderweb sounds, you can go online and somewhere like YouTube or somewhere like Footage Crate, type Spider-Man, and down here they have a bunch of sounds. I have this one right here, and something that helps out a lot when you're editing is if you color code the different sounds. So blue is main audio. I usually put sound effects for effects, and then you also have music is green. So here's another sound effect. So now it's just a matter of layering the sounds, and I'll go ahead and just get rid of any background sound except for when I'm talking. And so now just add these sounds again. So right here, but this time just use a couple of them. So now for this part, to get the TikTok to perfectly loop, a cool trick is find what sounds you want to use. Go to right at the end of the clip, Command C to copy the sounds and paste it right at the beginning. When the video loops, the sound is able to loop with it. If you come over here to index, go over to rows, you can then solo effects, so it's in its own lane. And this especially works when you have a bunch of sounds and music, so you could put effects music in its own thing so you can easily highlight dialogue. And something that I found to just be able to easily raise the levels of the audio is go to compressor. It then raises the volume, and then go to limiter. Come up here to your options, click on the limiter, output level down to -3 and gain up 3. And this just makes sure that it doesn't spike the audio. And so of course, what you'd want to do is go back through and edit as much as possible to make it sound the best that you can. Just do basic title. You can do any font, hit caps lock, and the first thing I say is nah. You want to have the text a little bit lower. I find the color yellow seems to stick out the best, and that's what I see most people use on TikToks. I'll go ahead and add a glow, change the color to black, and turn up the radius. Blur and radius so it stands out a little bit more. So I hit Command C to copy the text. Here's the next phrase. All right, and there we go. So another thing you can do is add your own music, but usually I leave it blank, and I would just go ahead and add music through TikTok, since I think it better helps to get the video seen more. And I'll hit Command E. And for settings, computer is good. I like to have it on better, but definitely H.264. Hit next, save to desktop. So now, once you have the video, if you have an iPhone, you can just airdrop it to yourself. Click on your iPhone, and now you should have it on your iPhone. If you don't have an iPhone or an easy way to send it to yourself, go over to somewhere like OneDrive, where I believe you can make a free account. New, just make a TikTok folder, drag the file. Now as you see, the video is uploaded. So now what you can do is hit share, hit copy link, copy. email that to yourself, go on your phone, go onto your email, click it, and then download it to your phone. And now I'll show you how to upload it to TikTok. Alright, so once you have the video on your phone, you go to TikTok. Once you have your account created, go to your profile, hit the plus sign, click on upload, and you'll be able to click on the newest video. You can then add plenty of things such as text on the screen, Spider-Man. The thing that I usually add is I'll add sound. I'll search Spider-Man, click on the sound. You can then go in here and change the volume around so you can have music louder or quieter and your original sound louder or quieter. Click on next. So you can put a name for it. So let's put like Spider-Man, and then I'll put hashtag Spider-Man. I think this part's important. You want to put as many hashtags as you can to help the video get seen more. So hashtag Spider-Man. It'll give you a bunch of options of titles to click. You can select your cover, so this is what people see. You can also go add stuff to the cover, hit save, and then when you're ready to post, you just click on post. That's it for the video. Thank you for watching. I hope it helped you to be able to make TikToks on Final Cut Pro, to export it and upload it all to TikTok. Please comment below what you'd like to see in Final Cut Pro X. Thank you so much for watching. That's the end of this video.